Welcome to Aquawhite Exploring Market Expansion Dilemmas, presented as part of the case study series by Skilled MBA. This case follows Aquawhite, an innovative brand in India's oral healthcare market, known for its character-based children's products. Now at a crossroads, the company must decide how to scale, expand demographically, geographically, or deepen its niche. Aquawhite's challenge is a classic one for niche players. The brand is a leader in kids' oral care, with licensed characters like Peppa Pig and Chota Bheem. But the opportunity to scale knocks louder each quarter. Should Aquawhite diversify into adult segments? Should it expand to new regions and retail formats? Or should it double down on its kids' niche and deepen its leadership? Aquawhite must now navigate four pressing imperatives: brand extension versus brand-focused geographic expansion, positioning strategy, refinement, strategic decision-making under uncertainty. Each path carries both opportunity and risk, and demands clarity in execution. This case enables learners to understand the trade-offs in market expansion, analyze how brand positioning shapes strategic decisions, apply frameworks like SWOT, Ansoff Matrix, and Porter's 5 Forces, evaluate how consumer goods firms scale in price-sensitive, fragmented markets, craft a strategic roadmap that balances identity with growth. Let's anchor this case with 5 core questions. 1. What is Aquawhite's core brand identity? And how should that influence its future? 2. Should it diversify into adult oral care or strengthen its children's niche? 3. Is geographic expansion into Tier 2 to 3 India more viable than product diversification? 4. How can it manage the risk of brand dilution? 5. What marketing mix shifts will be needed if new segments are targeted? To analyze Aquawhite's market expansion dilemma, a range of strategic frameworks can be applied, each offering a distinct lens on growth, competition, and brand evolution. Ansoff Matrix helps assess whether Aquawhite should pursue market penetration, product development, or diversification, particularly as it considers adult oral care or Tier 2-3 market entry. Porter's 5 Forces used to examine the competitive intensity within India's oral care industry, including threat of new entrants, bargaining power of buyers, and rivalry among existing players. SWOT analysis clarifies Aquawhite's internal strengths and weaknesses, alongside external opportunities and threats, particularly licensing dependencies and distribution expansion. STP model guides decisions on segmentation, kids, adults, geographies, targeting and positioning, essential for brand stretch or specialization strategies. BCG Matrix helps classify product lines into stars, cash cows, question marks, and dogs, enabling smarter allocation of investment across Aquawhite's portfolio. Together, these frameworks support rigorous, multidimensional analysis, helping students and strategists alike evaluate Aquawhite's options with clarity and precision. Aquawhite can continue leading in kids' oral care, reinforce brand equity, launch new SKUs, like flavor variants or fun dental kits, increase market penetration via character-based campaigns. Pros: strong IP partnerships, lower competition, brand clarity. Cons: limited scale, seasonal sales patterns, smaller TAM depth over breadth can be powerful if the niche has room to grow. Alternatively, Aquawhite can enter the adult market. R&D for adult toothpaste variants, herbal, whitening, sensitive. Create new branding architecture. Launch via current distribution channels. Pros: larger TAM, year-round demand, high usage frequency. Cons: fierce competition, weak current recognition in the adult segment. The adult segment is attractive, but entering it means building new brand equity from scratch. A third path: take the current kids line to new markets. Move beyond metros into Tier 2 and Tier 3 cities. Build localized supply chain partnerships. Use affordability. Plus, character appeal to win early adopters. Pros: rising rural demand, early mover advantage. Cons: higher distribution costs, new awareness building needed. This is a logical scale path if execution can keep pace with ambition. Aquawhite can also bet on digital transformation, strengthen e-commerce presence, and launch subscription kits. Create an interactive mobile app for engagement. Bridge offline and online through seamless experiences. Pros: deeper consumer insights, direct margins, scalable loyalty. Cons: logistics and tech cost, digital divide in rural markets. Digital can unlock new value, but requires a different playbook. Strengths: strong brand among kids, iconic character licensing. Innovation-driven team. Weaknesses: narrow focus, limited adult credibility, seasonal dependency. Opportunities: Tier 2-3 expansion, premiumization, e-commerce growth. Threats: intense oral care competition, rising licensing costs, economic pressure on discretionary spend. To evaluate Aquawhite's market expansion options, the Ansoff Matrix offers a clear strategic lens by mapping growth through 4 pathways. 1. Market penetration, selling existing products to existing customers. For Aquawhite, this means expanding its current kids' portfolio through deeper distribution and promotion in familiar markets. 2. Product development, creating new products for existing customers. This includes fun new variants of kids' toothpaste, themed brushes, or personalized oral care kits, staying true to the brand's core demographic. 3. Market development, bringing current products to new markets. For instance, launching its kids' oral care line in Tier 2 and Tier 3 cities, or international markets with similar demographic patterns. 4. Diversification, developing entirely new products for new markets. Here, entering the adult oral care segment would be a classic case of diversification, and the riskiest strategic leap. Insight from the Matrix. The analysis suggests that product development and market development are Aquawhite's most strategic next steps. Both align with brand strengths and consumer familiarity, while diversification into adult care carries higher executional risk and resource needs. Porter's 5 forces model helps us evaluate the competitive landscape Aquawhite operates in, especially as it weighs expansion decisions. Buyer power. Moderate parents have many oral care options, but when it comes to their children, quality and brand trust outweigh price. Aquawhite's character-led branding helps retain loyalty. Supplier power. Low. There are multiple ingredient and packaging suppliers, giving Aquawhite flexibility and bargaining power, especially as production scales. Threat of new entrants. Moderate barriers to manufacturing are relatively low, but building a brand with child-safe positioning and licensing partnerships is more challenging, creating a protective moat. Threat of substitutes. Low. There are very few true alternatives to toothpaste and toothbrushes for children's oral hygiene, making this segment functionally essential and habit-driven. Competitive rivalry. High. The broader oral care market is dominated by large, well-funded FMCG giants. Aquawhite's niche strategy offers some insulation, but entry into adult segments would intensify competition significantly. Strategic insight. Aquawhite enjoys defensibility in its current niche, but any move toward diversification will expose it to more intense competition and market noise. 4 strategic insights. 1. Clarity protects brand equity. Expansion must align with brand promise. 2. Depth can outperform width. Dominating a niche builds defensibility. 3. Affordability plus aspiration, critical for Tier 2 to 3 growth. 4. Education drives adoption. Especially in low-involvement categories, growth is not just where you go, it's how and why. This case is highly interactive. Debate: should Aquawhite launch adult products? Workshop: build a rural marketing campaign. Simulation: product expansion versus geographic focus. These formats help students apply concepts to real-world brand dilemmas. Thank you for exploring Aquawhite, exploring market expansion dilemmas. presented as part of the case study series by Skilled MBA. This case highlights the tension between focus and expansion, between protecting brand equity and chasing growth. Aquawhite's challenge is one that every fast-scaling brand must eventually face. We hope this case encourages thoughtful, framework-backed decisions and reminds us that in strategy, the best move is the one that aligns vision with execution.